Don't kill him. If you kill him, you won't learn nothing. How with the H and how with the E? Mr. E. And another name for mystery? Enigma. Mr. E. Enigma. Edward Enigma. What do you suggest, Alfred? By sea or by air? Why not both? Who's your tailor? I took the liberty, sir. Two-Face and Riddler can make a pretty lethal combination. Figure you can use a hand. 2 against 2 are better odds. I can't promise I won't kill Harvey. A man's got to go his own way. A friend taught me that. Not just a friend. A partner. Wait. I have a riddle for you. Really? Tell me. I see without seeing. To me, darkness is as clear as daylight. What am I? You're as blind as a bat. Exactly. Hi, this is Trepacer. Welcome to Trepacer's Saturday Reviews. I went to see 2 movies yesterday. I saw Poltergeist 3D and Tomorrowland. I'll show you my tickets. Here's Poltergeist 3D. You can see that. Focus, focus. There you go. And Tomorrowland. Okay, now first I saw Poltergeist 3D, so I'll talk about that first. That was, of course, the remake of the 1982, I believe, movie. That was produced by Steven Spielberg, directed by Tobe Hunter, and I know a lot of people think that Spielberg actually directed part of it. Anyway, this is a remake, okay, and it stars Sam Rockwell and Rosemary DeWitt as the parents, of course, and you know the story if you've seen the trailer and if you saw the original. This family moves to this neighborhood. The father's been laid off. The mother's a stay-at-home mom. They have 3 kids: an older daughter, a middle son, and the middle kid is a young preteen boy, and then you have the younger daughter. Okay, and of course they moved to this house, which was actually buried. Like I said, this is no big secret because this is, if you know the original and you've seen the trailer, it was buried. The house was formerly on a burial ground. Okay, and then when they move in. And the thing you have to know about this family is that they're close and they have good chemistry as actors, I think. And the middle son, the middle kid, is sort of afraid of everything. He even kind of explained briefly that he was kind of lost in the mall and he's been frightened ever since of anything that moves. He's basically afraid of everything. And they noticed when they first moved to the house, specifically the younger child. You see her talking to something, and you don't know exactly what she's talking to, and the boy sees that also as well, and he's wondering what she's talking to, and then all of a sudden, like in the original, strange things starts to happen, and the youngest kid, of course, gets taken, and of course the parents are beside themselves, wanting to know exactly what they're going to do to rescue. Of course the mother wants to go to the police, but the father said, "What are we going to say? That the TV swallowed our daughter?" So they actually go to a university, and the mother, and they bring home these people that deal in paranormal psychology and stuff, and they do a brief investigation, and even stranger things happen when they're there. So then they have to call in Kerrigan Burke, played by Jared Harris, and he's sort of like a reality show host for like a Ghostbusters type of reality show. And he comes over, and like you see in the trailer, he explains to them that the Poltergeist has taken their daughter, and we have to try to get her back. Okay, now this movie is about 93 minutes long, and of course I was hesitant about this movie because Friday they didn't screen the movie for any critics beforehand, so there were no reviews of it. So that usually means the movie's pretty bad when they don't screen it for critics. But actually, this movie I thought was really good. I thought the acting was decent in this, and I thought the actors as a family worked well together. And I even thought Jared Harris as Kerrigan Burke, this mysterious ghost hunter guy, was pretty decent as well, and especially through like the younger boy, the middle boy who was afraid of everything, and the youngest actors who played the youngest daughter who was taken. I thought those 2 actors were really good as well. And like I said, this movie's like 93 minutes. I call this like kind of like a streamlined version of Poltergeist. It's not as long as the original. I think the original version, of course, is a lot better movie. Okay, and especially for its time, I thought it was very good and very well acted and very well done. There were two things in this movie that I didn't particularly like the clown thing. They kind of gave that away in the trailer, and then of course there's the tree incident, which you've seen the original, you know what I'm talking about. The tree incident in this film wasn't as scary as it was in the original. Okay, but overall I thought this was a decent movie, decent remake, as if you will, uh, and I thought it was just a little bit above average. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay, I'm going to give it a 6.5 because I thought it was decent. Nothing spectacular, but a decent remake. It's 93 minutes, so it moves, so it doesn't drag out, and I thought it was very well done. Okay, now, Tomorrowland. That's the next movie that I saw, and again, that was on my most anticipated movies of 2015. I saw the first trailer, and I actually wanted to see it. It stars, of course, George Clooney, Britt Robinson, and there was Hugh Laurie is in this as well, and then there's a younger actress in this as well, who plays a character named Athena, which I can't remember her name. But to me, she was the MVP of this movie. But anyway, Casey Newton, played by Britt Robinson, she's like this, teenage girl who lives with her father and a younger brother, and her father's an engineer at this I think it's supposed to be NASA, I think, like Cape Canaveral, and they're getting ready to tear down the platform and build, I think, housing or something on there. And this story takes place sometime in the future, and of course, the father doesn't, the daughter doesn't want her father to be out of work, so she goes by at night and kind of sabotages the construction equipment, and of course she gets busted, which leads to the scene that you see in the trailer with her getting, arrested and then released and getting these items back to her. And when she picks up the Tomorrowland pin, and of course it transports her to a different world, and she's stunned by this and what she sees, and wants to find out where this place is exactly. And she tries to tell her father, but he doesn't. Nothing happens when he touches the pin, so it's only kind of glued to her, or adhered to her. And she gets drawn to another person, older person, cranky older person, Frank Walker, played by George Clooney. He's a recluse, and he gets drawn to her by another mysterious character named Athena. I forgot the younger actress that plays her, but anyway, they kind of get drawn together to meet, and basically she wants to go, she wants to know about this place, Tomorrowland, and she wants to actually go there. And of course, like you see in the trailer, they get tracked down and hunted, and they have to kind of make a fast escape to Tomorrowland, which they get, and there they kind of hook up with a third character, like I said, Athena, played by this younger British, I think she's a British actress, and I forgot exactly what her name is, but she, to me, was the most valuable player in this movie. Okay, I thought, first of all, I like the actors, the chemistry between all three of the actors, between George Clooney, Britt Robinson, and this younger British actress who plays Athena, the character of Athena, who's, again, very key to this movie without spoiling it. Okay, and they all go back to Tomorrowland, where they, of course, run into Hugh Laurie, who's like the mayor of Tomorrowland, and that's when you find out a little bit of the backstory of Tomorrowland. Okay, and then when they get there, they have a goal in mind, which I don't want to spoil. Okay, and basically they get chased around, trying to, get this task accomplished. Okay, without spoiling. Okay, and the movie's a little long, feels a little long to me a little bit sometimes, but I overall was entertained by it, again, mostly because of the actors and the chemistry between each other, and I liked the beginning of the movie because they showed George Clooney's character in the kind of like flashback when he was a little kid and when he kind of first went to Tomorrowland, and they kind of go into a little bit of his story, okay? And I think if the movie would have been, this movie I think is above average, and I think it's decent, but I think it probably would have been better to me, at least in my opinion, if they would have just stuck with George Clooney's character. Not that Britt Robinson's character was annoying or anything, but she was actually pretty good, actually, all things considered. She was very independent, very feisty, and very smart. But I kind of liked George Clooney's character. Okay, and if the movie would have been maybe from his point of view, maybe I would have enjoyed it more. It would have been greater. And like I said, when they get to Tomorrowland, the story gets kind of muddled a little bit. And Hugh Laurie, who plays the mayor of Tomorrowland, his backstory isn't explained enough to me. His kind of motivation is not explained enough to me. But overall, I did enjoy the movie, and I did like the very end of the movie too. That, like I said, the middle part of it got kind of muddled a little bit, but the ending to me kind of saved it. Okay, but anyway, I really liked the movie, and I definitely want to see it again to get those parts that I didn't quite get the first time. But overall, I like this movie a lot, and I definitely recommend you go see it. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 for Tomorrowland. Okay, I enjoyed it and definitely recommend it. And again, the MVP to me is the younger British actress who plays Athena. I can't remember what her real life name is, but she, to me, she had great chemistry with George Clooney's character. And you have to see the movie to see what I mean by chemistry. Younger actress and an older actor. What I mean by chemistry together, good acting and chemistry together. Okay, they kind of hit a lot of emotional beats to me. But that's all I'm going to say without spoiling. Okay, anyway, let me know what you think. I give Tomorrowland a 7.5. I give Poltergeist the remake a 6.5. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Again, it's 93 minutes. It moves. You do care about the characters and what happens to them. And I thought you got decent performances from the cast. So, again, 6.5. Anyway, let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. And this is Trepacer saying so long and take care.